All right, there we go. Yes, Noctalon. Fevers. Uh-oh. There I am. Poof! Hands, you're supposed to work. I was supposed to be poof. But, you know. Anyway. I'm here now. Hooray! So that was fun, just jumping off right from behind Starlight's stream there. That was good times. Lots of weird philosophical talk. What's that about, eh? Oh well. So, today, let me just flip the camera here. Yeah, VC face was weird. I just magic, poof! Let me move this where I can see it better. Don't mind me. There we go. Playing with my multiple screens here. Alright, so, back to the magic. Okay, let's adjust that a bit better. So, Noctalon, I'm working on what I had started yesterday, the real grade Unicorn Gundam Perfectibility. And yes, it is a mouthful to say. Like how I just popped into this existence. What does the spaceship in the back? That spaceship was the bridge of the Rakailoom, which is an important vessel in, don't mind me, in Gundam. So, I'm doing something a little bit different today. I'm still actually doing panel lining, but I'm using this awesome stuff from a company called Molotov called Liquid Chrome. And I'm ever so carefully smearing silver, because this stuff is quite literally what it says on the tin. It comes off like liquid chrome, mirror shine, everything. I'm just getting it ever so slightly to panel line the clear blue bits so they're shiny. I tried it as an experiment for wear and tear on another model a while back. It didn't have the same effect. Oh, that's where I put it. Is it? Okay, let's see how this works. So. Just because I don't want to smear too much. I'm probably going to leave this one as is. But I got another one just like it. So we're going to work on that one too. Okay. Well, Aiden, if you showed up, thanks for the lurk, buddy. Much appreciated. Okay. Basically, the hardest part with working with the clear plastic is just finding all of those holes and those little cracks and crevices. That's why the lighting is important. And just getting this to actually give me the paint is another thing. The other two. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's going to be awesome. In fact, I did watch it when he first showed it to me on TikTok. That was probably my only critique, though, is like, I was starting to get motion sick watching it, to be honest. Too much up and down. Alright, so work that way. Alright. I want to do that. Did I do that on that one? Oh, I did. Okay. Well, hey, I mean, if it works and you're getting a lot of likes for it, that's perfect. You want that, right? It's not really bragging if it's successful. You want it to be. Alrighty. Besides, there's nothing wrong with bragging once in a while about our accomplishments. I feel good about it. Nice. Well, it looks like the storm's cleared up for now, so that's good. Alrighty. Alright. Yeah, this is probably one of the more boring and tedious portions of this. But this is a bit different because it's not me just putting black ink into white or light plastic. This is actually something I rarely do, to be honest with you, because putting these light panel lines into dark and see-through things is usually really difficult. At least the way I'm used to doing it. I'm sure somebody who's more of a guru at this than I am will have other pointers. And that's fine. I am open to hearing them. Ah, fui. Ink. Alright, so there. Now that's nice and shiny. Got a couple more things to get to do on this one, and then we'll move on to one of these bigger guys here. There we go. And I'm gonna have silver fingers by the time I'm done with all of this. Go. We are. And that went this way. There we are. This particular Gundam we see at the very end of actually the one movie that they did called NT. Why they called it NT? Guess is as good as mine. I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. Hopefully not because NT is short for new type, but you never know. Alright. Dog hair. Where to start on this bad boy? This is all Psycho Frame. You know what, Murdoch, I found a great reference for what I would like my model to look like without the dragon skull mask on. I'll show you. Okay. Sounds good. Knockdown. Sounds good. Okay. Do I want to do that for the knees? Yeah, probably. This is the chest flaps here. That's the torso. This is going to be interesting. Okay. These shoulders? Yeah. Let's see about adding some detail to the chest. See if I regret this or not. Shouldn't, because it looks phenomenal on the few things I've applied this to. So, for anybody just popping in, what I'm doing is I'm taking this fancy stuff here called Molotov Liquid Chrome, which is literally exactly what it sounds like in terms of paint and just how shiny it is. And I'm very carefully, with a little bit of help cleaning up from my fingers here, applying it to the clear and darker pieces on this kit before I actually even start to put it together. Because I'm probably not going to do too much in the lines of actual paint outside of all these cool little details, because real grade models are just candy land for tiny little surface details that just want to pop. So that is what I am giving it. And honestly, it's like any form of art or whenever you make something. Sometimes the piece just speaks to you about what it wants to be. And you roll with it. This is one of those times for me. What this also does is it gives it the effect that, you know, this is some kind of metallic thing. Alrighty. Well, hello, Russ. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, that feeling is a great feeling to have, because that just means you're on the right track with whatever it is you're doing. Part of the reason I actually paused putting my music together lately has been because the last track or two I wasn't feeling that particular vibe. There we go. Good, that'll work. All right. So I'm curious, Russ, did you come here just because Starlight recommended it, or genuinely curious to see what I'm doing? There we go. Look like stencils. I mean, I'll show you the actual stickers that come with this. You'll see what I mean. I will eventually maybe put some of these on. There's a lot here. But my main focus isn't going to be the stickers until nearly the very end. If I even go that route. I usually don't, to be honest with you. Go. So much. This is too far. Alright. Starting this corner, I may as well continue fleshing out the rest of the runner. Starlight and genuine curiosity, eh? Well, like I said, I appreciate you stopping by regardless. This will be a fairly chill stream. I'm barely in. What I'm doing is barely in the camera. Let me. This is a bit higher so you can see what I'm doing better. No, I'm Murdoch. You should always have like a visualizer in the music that I created on stream. I mean, I could. I'll eventually figure that out. Right now, I'm just running all this off my iTunes. Someday. Might be sooner than someday. But Russ, if you're at all curious, this is actually my stuff that I've made that's playing right now. All those music with links on my page. This is all this playing. No. That could be fun to put details on. Some back there? No? Okay. I've had this thing for a few years. It may actually be finally starting to run out a bit. You know what? On second thought, I'm going to leave that there. These flaps. These skirt flaps. See, that's already giving it a little bit more pizzazz. Well, Knockdown, this was the first track I actually released too. DistroKid's been awesome for that, because I ended up making it pretty cool. video of this using it with Ross and friends with Ross's pet monkey Marcel. It was a good time. Okay, Mike, you can go right about here, since I'm going to be leaning closer to this now. Okay. No, I'm not going to play with that. Do I want to do these thighs? I'll give them a little bit. Not a whole lot. These knees are always a pain. I'm going to be able to do these partially. There we go. Okay, it actually does have. So we have to try and get to. Plus, I know that's going to be slow. At least not right now. Come on. There we go. It was actually harder to get on than I thought it would be. And I get to do that 3 more times. Not spray can shaking, Noctalon. Paint pen shaking. Slightly different. Go. Alright. I just got to do fronts of these. That's it. Just a wee bit. It was a little bit too much. There we go. Yeah, no, this thing, because I've got a couple of different Unicorn Gundams built already. They are very involved, just in terms of their looks and how they're actually put together. My goodness, if I could actually understand Japanese and be a fly on the wall of the mechanical designer's office, they came up with this stuff in Sunrise. My goodness. Would have been something, I can tell you that. Okay. Gotta handle it from this side. Sucky part is this particular clear shade of blue is just uniform enough that if the light doesn't catch it the right way, I'm not seeing the ridges I need to look for. There we go. There we go. Actually apply to more than one of them. Here's not really. Hey. There we are. Alright, may as well continue and commit, because I've done this to the other ones. Oh, when I shake... Ah, ha, 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 ha. When I shake the pen. Yeah, because my model doesn't have anything in his hand. I feel like Jay Leno. He got busted on his Tonight Show when a model actually told him this really, really naughty joke. Oh yeah, see now that's kind of a cool effect there. Come on. There we go. That's gonna look really cool. Don't want too much of it there. Come on, go and it's on way too thick. I may come to regret these knees later, but that's okay. Next time, just so that doesn't look so awkward, I'll shake the pen away where you can't see me do it. Ah ha 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 ha. That's the backpack. Not a whole lot I can do with that. These are tiny pieces. I'm gonna let this one be. That belongs to that. So, spoiler alert. This is actually the entire inner frame / endoskeleton of this particular kit. When they first started making real grades, because of the level of detail and articulation they want to have, they first started with doing their sequential injection coolness and went and made all this stuff in such a way that it is what you see before you. Cutting this stuff up and bending it into the shape it's supposed to be is going to be very fun to watch, I can assure you. Okay. These are all very interior parts that will not get too much time in the sun. Not sure where these are going to go. Okay. Do I want to give the feet anything? Well. No. I think that'll work. That. So this is more lower legs. I'm just bothering to put some details on now. All right, that's one. It's funny is I'm probably going to be cutting these pieces out sooner than later because this kit, you put the legs together first And that, believe it or not, is a bit of an oddity when it comes to a lot of Gundam kits I've found when you go to build the models. Normally they start you with the torso, then you do the head, then you do the legs, then you do the waist and the arms. Well, maybe the arms first. You know what would make it look less subjective? Use assets. I mean, yes, I know, but you know what? I haven't had much luck getting those to work properly. Besides, you can see on the main camera here, I'm wiggling around and doing stuff. Oh, but I see, because this is not aimed low enough. There we go. So now my hands are where they should be. Minor technical difficulties, that's all. Or I could just not have them on at all for that matter, but as you have suggested, it's more entertaining this way. Alright, so now it's just adding a couple bits and bobs here and there. So yeah, this green stuff here, this is going to come in handy when we actually go to build the head, because this piece here is going to go into the upper portion for the head camera and just whatever the little mohawk effect they'll have. And then this here, pretty sure is, yeah, that's the band for the eyes. I'll be spending some time with that later too. Okay, so we got all these cool little bits and bobs here. This plastic is light enough. So I'm going to whip out, so I almost eat that paint pen. Alrighty. All that weaponry and hardware for it. I don't think I used too much from that other than back. That's going to be interesting. Guess we'll see in a little while. Go. All right. Do I even bother with shield details? Maybe eventually. All right. One more runner. I can add some detail right on the runner, really, before we really get into this. Using that. Thank you, Liquid Chrome. You can go back to where I've been keeping you. Now, since we were using the gold paint last stream, I'm going to go back to using the gold paint. And the nice thing is about these Gundam markers, I don't exactly recall what their actual base is, but they dry relatively quickly. Like, you can handle stuff you've painted with them after about 5-10 minutes at most. the other stuff I was using, the liquid chrome, that needs a solid 20 minutes before you can even think about touching it. So we're just gonna paint these big old hip joints here. Because, spoiler alert, most mobile suits function with a big old hip ball joint. Probably not a spoiler if you've been to this channel and seen me build enough machines before. All right. Well, hello, Starlight. Thanks for stopping in. And yes, I am playing my own music. Sorry, I've been very into what I was doing and just popped up my head just now. If you're waiting too long for a response, I apologize. We're just about ready to actually start snipping parts out of runners and putting this bad boy together. And this is maybe half of the runners sitting on my desk. Give you an idea how involved this is going to be. Let's see, should I? Alright, let's live dangerously. See a couple of panels here. Gently once paint. Rather than making a big mess and painting the whole area. So we're doing it all prim and proper and using masking tape. Because if you're not careful, masking tape is your friend. Yes, Grendel, thanks for stopping by. These are Gundam pieces. I am putting together... You know what? I'm just going to show you the box. It'll be easier. I'm putting that together in all of its glory. Unicorn perfectibility. And I think I got about as much detail as I can put onto the runners. Well, I'm glad it gives you Warhammer nostalgia. I started with Warhammer 2. And then I found Gundam, and I haven't looked back. Mainly because Gundam's way cheaper. Yes, Starlight, they are very intricate, and the mechanical engineers who designed this stuff are just... They are in another league. Okay, so, like I was showing earlier, now I gotta find it again. We're gonna be playing with the very, very, very innermost guts of this guy and cutting out those parts first. Gonna need my friend, my art knife, and the old reliable nippers. What's the precise mobile suit? The actual kit, Grendel, is the real grade Unicorn Gundam perfectibility. So, pardon me. Real grade implying it's 1/144th scale, and it's going to be this ridiculously level of detailed kit for this size. This thing is only going to be about, let's see, how tall is my armor? About, let's see, I'm trying to 7.5 inches. PlayStation 5 is cheaper than some of those Warhammer kits, especially if you like to do battle with Titans. I'd rather just get Gundams. You can get 3 perfect grades for the price of a Titan. It's ridiculous. Okay, so B2. So this should be B. Yep. All right, so we're cutting out the feet first. And because this particular kit, like I was saying earlier, is from the early generation of when they did this, they did this whole sequential mold thing. And so before you even really start putting parts to these metallic marker, oh, it's fine, Starlight. I'm using a combination of Gundam marker paint pens, both actual paint pens, my panel lining marker, and I've got a few other different kinds of paint pens, but this is my favorite when it comes to name that says on the tin. You had Necrons, eh, Grendel? And Chaos. Ooh. Who does a large Gundam? Good luck with that. Well, see, that's just it, Noctalent. When you start doing some of the bigger kits, like, believe it or not, depending on which you're doing, they are a lot more forgiving. Now, if I recall, this... Okay, so another big thing, like I was saying, because this is from the early generation of real grades, making sure all of your parts... If I can get this on camera good. All of your parts are capable of moving where they're supposed to move is really important. Because this is the Unicorn Gundam. It transforms. What's my favorite series, Grendel? My favorite series, in Universal Century at least, has always been and will continue to be Zeta. I am a diehard AUG fan. It's just I ended up making a Londo Bell uniform first. In terms of the newer stuff that isn't Universal Century, honestly, I'm a really big fan of Re-Rise. Okay, so I've got one out. I need to do the same thing to the other, and then I've got to find the G runner in all of this. Yeah, okay, snip that right spot. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's been a couple of years since I put my last unicorn together, but yeah, I'm old school, Grendel. I like the original content more so than some of the newer stuff. Not that I don't like the newer stuff, because some of it is done insanely well, but there's always that one series or two where it could have been done differently or better. Okay, so like I was talking about here, this particular foot is going to give me a hard time later unless I wiggle it into wanting to play nice now. This is resisting it. Gundam Wing? I mean, I started with Gundam Wing too. Dumb question. Can you give panel lining works? Okay, so Starlight? Oh, I wish you were at my stream last night because I explained this all to Lewis real good. Let me grab some stuff I've actually panel lined that's white, that's clearer to see. So, panel lining. Okay, so a nice segue to explain panel lining would be like comparing it to, say, a car door. Okay, you've got, or even just looking at the different shady spots between my fingers. Okay, best way to explain it is panel lining is these three-dimensional little cracks and crevices and just adding dark paint to them, essentially, so that they stand out more. So then you have stuff like a lot of these lower leg panels here. All this detail that is now popping because I've applied ink to it is just chef's kiss. You can see it. The camera isn't even focusing on it very well. That is the power of panel lining. And what I was doing with the clear stuff over here and on here was I was basically doing that, but in a polar opposite fashion, because these clear parts are what's known as psycho frame in the Gundam universe. And I forget why exactly they're glowing blue on the unicorn at this point, but yeah, Warhammer 40k is just basically pose your models the way you want, glue them together, add your base coat, add your details, and away you go. This is my happy place. Okay, so need this actually down here. Okay, oh, I'm doing that like that first. Okay, so. Or is that like... Okay, so these are going to sit there like that. Yeah, like the level of detail in this kit is unreal. And yes, it is a detail technique because you can see on this runner, because this is clear plastic. Camera doesn't make it look very clear from this angle, but you can see where I've put silvery paint and just it shimmers, it shines. This particular stuff likes to smear a lot, so play with that. Okay, now I've got to find the G runner. We didn't bother to look to see. Oh, G runner. Ha ha ha, staring me in the face. Good work, me. Needed what? 52, was it? Yes, okay. So I'm gonna cut these parts out. Now again, the best practice gods will tell you to cut up here at the gate away from the part so that you leave less kind of scarring on the plastic, but well, thanks for stopping in there, Russ. I very much appreciate you coming by. All right, knife time. I just want to go on. Fine. So this is a part where blood and tears usually comes into the effect in building models. This is a very fresh, very sharp knife blade, so likelihood I cut myself trying to trim this stuff is very high. I think I want some of that, don't I? No, I do want some of that. Okay. It's cleaned off. I think I clipped too much of that off on this side. Ruh-roh. Well, we'll see if I'm going to pay for that putting this thing together in a minute. Okay, so this Oh, does this go into here? Uh-huh, okay. So, this cool doodad goes into this foot. What goes into it on this side? So I actually have to line up this clear blue bit so that I can slip this underside so that this will actually play nice. Oh man, it's been a while since I put one of these together. And that's going to hold it in place just like that. And that is how that is going to sit. Because later on, the fun thing about this Gundam when it transforms, it gives itself heels. If I recall, that's going to fold up like that. One way or the other, we'll see. Okay, now we've got that locked in. There's a couple little bits I should clean off. Alright, so the other big thing with why you want to clean pieces off right is you want to make sure they actually fit where you're trying to put them. That particular little detail is king. Alright, so this should just slide in same way. Oop. And ta-da. Alright, and we have another foot in the way it's supposed to be. Now we're going to start adding more parts to this. So, E. You E, because you look like you got the right parts here. H. Okay. Alright, many runners. Which one of you is E? M. E1. I need E1? Yes, I do. Okay. E1. E1. Oh, this is going to be involved. Have I checked Whisper VR? No, I have not. I cannot say that I have, Grendel. Honestly, I was going to leave Gundam alone for the most part on my channel, but it seems Gundam is not done with me. Okay, so these need to go on. What am I putting on first? Oh, and I need an H1. Should have looked for H2 while I was at it. Okay, so 22, 22, 22, okay. Hey. Bits that could use some detailing. I guess I'll get to put that on. Right. Trim the excess off. This is the part everybody actually came to see, is me putting this guy together, not just adding little itty bitty details. Here's the thing about those itty bitty details. I put them on when I did. I don't have to put them on later. Alright, come on. How's that going? Okay, that one actually came out fairly good otherwise. This one I got a bit to clean off. Oh yeah, that's nasty. We want to clean that up because that's not going to look nice. One nice thing about all the white armor that Gundams have, makes it really easy to hide little weird plastic scars like that. Now we're going to add these little details that I wasn't able to do right on the runner. This is going to go on pretty straightforward, like. Okay. So now this actually slides into that blue bit here. All right, so this goes on like that. Okay. So now we've got our still mostly naked shoes. I need to figure out where I have the H runner. Dope. You're G. You won't be H. You're not holding the pieces I need. I swear, half of this is just me looking for the right runner at this point. So these won't matter to me. What's up? Want to come say hello? Come on, come here. Come here, come here. No, no, no. I don't want your butt. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I won't fight. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. No? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Oop, we're gonna lose the camera here. Hang on. I'll fix it in a second. Yeah, alright. Motley thought I was talking to her. Yes, big woofer. Okay. Now, I need to find a place. Yeah? Yeah. H and A. I'll need B too, just not like the second. Now where's H? C. Versus, we need one of those. Too many runners. Ah! J. S. I. Am I just dumb? Is what I'm looking for, like, on this desk already? Watch, the answer is yes. Oh, A1. I need this soon anyway. Where's H? D1, D1, C, F. Alright, so I'm feeling like I need to find either stronger glasses or I should be prepared to wear a dunce cap. Yep, dunce cap. Big ol' H. So Starlight, if you feel like being a smarty pants and drawing me with an idiot hat on, I would not be surprised. Okay, so I'm gonna need that anyway. All right, so what am I cutting out first? 14 and then 13. Okay, so we're cutting out heels and then the underbellies of the feet. And one heel off. Well, yes, it is super easy to lose pieces, but I was not finding runners. That's even worse. Because runners are whole sets of pieces. Okay. I'm definitely going to be trimming that. No, don't want to cut like that. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be trimming that up. Okay. Those out. Want to keep the cap on that so it doesn't dry out prematurely. Make a VTuber idiot hat asset. Yes. I approve, Noctalon. Starlight, you should totally do that. Make a dunce cap VTuber asset and charge like 30 cents for it. I guarantee you, you'll make at least $3 in a week. Yeah, but see, the nice thing is the way they make this work is every runner has, where is it? Yeah, has the letter stenciled into it. So you can always figure out which runner you're supposed to look at. Well, I mean, it's an easy money maker, Starlight, and I guarantee you people would buy it. Guaranteed people would buy it. Either to wear it ironically for themselves, or if they felt like being smarty pantses, try and plant on their friends in stream just to mess with everybody. Guaranteed appeal. Halfway done from Valentine's. Right? See, there you go. Okay. I remember this particular portion here also not looking 100% perfect on my full armor. Okay, yeah, see, this one came out nasty, so I've got to really gently trim that off. And rely on the sharpness of my knife. That could have been a lot worse. I just got to clean that up. I expected this to be much sharper than it actually is. Well, I probably won't be buying this brand of art knife again. This is not that sharp. I'll run with that. That's fine. These guys I need to clean up. Yes, it would be a great points to redeem. Actually, oh my. You just gave me a very evil idea for your Twitch channel, Starlight. That would be an amazing redeem. And when you have a oopsie moment, people just cash in their points, and next thing you know, doing. Wait, I can't do it with this. Aim up higher. Nope, I can't do it. Sorry, leap motion won't let me. Oh yeah, this one. Was it this one you chose, Noctalon, or was it the other one I sent you? Ah. That is how parts decide to get up and walk away on you. Okay. Alright, so these have the fun job of... So I got 3 little socket holes in here, and G, I got 3 little pegs in here. Those go in like so. This folds back up afterwards. Well, I guess this one is a little bit ominous. Slide you on. Fit, and we're happy. Next thing I get to do, every time draw the wrong letter, forget to draw a finger. I mean, you know, it would at least make your streams more fun, right? Have this silliness going on. I'll look at it that way. Then you get your entertainment value with your teaching value. So there we go. So now, at least the bottom of this foot can show off the transformation feature that it has. So, this foot is supposed to be like this when it's normal. When it goes into its cleverly it's cleverly named NTD, New Type Destroy Mode. Heel pops up. Next thing you know, it's sitting like that. And that is only step 1 of this thing's ridiculous amount of articulation. Now, to make sure everything fits properly, I'm going to have it start in just regular mobile suit mode before we put it into unicorn mode. Because that's going to be a lot of fun work on its own, but I also want to make sure that it does what it's supposed to do. So I need 17. Where's the toe shapes? There they are. The actual series slash movies this particular machine comes from uses some of that undefined space magic I keep talking about. So we need an F. did I have F? You were white, weren't you, F? Because you're G. No, F was this guy. Right? Oh, you're H. F. For failure. No, I don't want to get hit for sounding like Stephen He. As much fun as it is to do his memes. Okay, so now I need to put on F10. So that would be... Apparently I can't read... Oh, these guys. So we're going to trim them off. I'm going to have a little bit of cleanup work to do due to the nature of these particular bits. Because after all, this is a mobile suit. It's a giant Japanese robot for war. That's particularly humanoid looking. It's trimmed off. It's trimmed off. Ooh. What, Molly? Somebody walking in front of the house? Yeah. Expect Goggy to go woof. Because that's coming. Okay, so this is a good example of everything I gotta clean up on this piece. These little nubbies sticking out, they gotta go. They were byproducts of the mold filling process. Memory serves. It's also something I wish Bandai would actually maybe consider spending a little bit more effort on, is undergating their model kits. That way you don't have these big ol' scars on the plastic right where you actually want them to not be. There we go. Alright, that's one. Okay. I'm going to trim this other one up. So what's cool about these particular bits here is these things actually spin around into different positions depending on what form the Gundam is in. With the very boring unicorn / mobile suit mode, they're actually down and not making a great big deal. But when the thing flips over to its Gundam form, they'll actually be sitting upright as opposed to down. Pretty sure it's like this actually. So then they'll make more sense later. But I do need to give these some panel marking because I did not. So what we have going on here, there's a bunch of little details like I was mentioning earlier. I was not able to apply them previously because runner or just the gates themselves were in the way. Did not help. So not enough. I'm just giving this a little bit of ink to make those bits stand out. If I want to do the crazy thing, I'd probably try and use my liquid chrome to do a lot of this. But at the rate I go, that would probably be wasteful. Does it have a unicorn horn? I am glad you asked that, Starlight. Because its unicorn horn, which is, if I want to just be the unicorn horn, I'd use this guy right here. Surprise! It sure does. Otherwise, I've got the permanently spread out V-fin here, and in the middle where I've got these guys painted. Oh, sorry, I thought that was you, Starlight. Sorry, Noctalon. But yes, absolutely does have a unicorn horn. Base endpoint. That's the one thing I like about the real grade and the master grade, is that you can have it so that they are indeed point in or split or both. Yes, I know I'm crazy. Thank you for coming to my weird, wacky wonderland. Would you like to play a game? Okay, so this is ready. Now, these are supposed to mount. So, okay. We're all a bit mad here. You might be underselling it, Starlight. Just maybe. This fits here. Yarp, there we go. Okay, much better. And then you must here. There we go. All right. That is another step to this particular foot done. We will do the same to this one. And then I have some more armor plating to add to the front. Ooh, actually, I didn't detail this one. Hang on. Weird. I detailed one side but not the other. But yes, this is an absolutely insane three-dimensional puzzle, if you will. Or a Lego set, because frankly, this has a lot in common with a Lego set. Alright, so if I were to put this into destroy mode, that would be like that. Or I guess like that, technically. There. When I'm actually further done, it's going to look. Okay, so we got these 2 feet. We're still not done, because now I need to grab D. I need H4, and I need 7. So these are going to be our toe caps, actually. I have to run these through with, or run the art knife with them just to make sure they're all nice and ready. Okay, D1. Hello, D1. Perfect. Back away. Okay. Here we go. Fine wine of Legos. Yeah, definitely. But I've also seen people turn Lego into works of very fine art as well. So, goes both ways, really. But very much like Lego, at least with the high grade, and Lap saves the day. Some of the master grade kits. This stuff is real easy to kit bash. Real grades not so much, but then again, I have everything I can possibly need to make a version of this particular Gundam that literally is armed to the teeth in ways that I have few other kits in my collection that can compare to. And Starlight would know. I've shared a few on her Discord. Yes, they very much are. I mean, like, I've collected almost my fill already, like, before I started doing this. So, honestly, there's not too many more I want to get. There's a few real rarities outside that are, you know, hard to find outside Japan that I want to get. Okay. Noctalon, I gotta find the link again, but I'm gonna share with you eventually a link to a Lego Master Builder, as in Lego actually bestowed that title on him. And he managed to make, I kid you not, this would have been like a 2.5, 3 foot tall Gundam out of Lego bricks. And the thing was functional and articulate. It looked awesome. And from my understanding, it also cost a small fortune in Lego. Polybloom, you need to remember, back when that stuff started to get really popular, I was one of those kids. Oh, look at that. Different colors of blue. Now that is color separation on a level that I did not remember. And this just sits like that, and that is one unassuming foot. Let's finish this up and have 2 unassuming feet. Come on. Pick where you want to sit already. I know you belong there. All right. There. Good. All right. We now have 2 working feet. Now, we're going to start working on the legs. So, the instruction manual says we're going to start with the right leg first. And you know what? I'm going to tend to agree with it. So, before I even cut any of the other cool... Oop. Kid's probably running outside. I'll have to deal with that in a minute if she keeps going. Oh, they're both B3s. Okay, well, whatever. So, we... Make sure I'm cutting the right stuff off. Yes. Yes, okay. And then here. Honestly, this would probably be better if I had like a GoPro or something. Give you the forehead mounted look. But yeah. So, out of what's still on here, this right here is going to be the left leg later. This here is the waist. This is the lower torso, I'm pretty sure. That, I don't recall. These are arms. These are shoulders. I don't recall what these are. I guess we're going to discover that together. Yes, Mega Bloks did have a Pokemon license, and then some other knockoff company started making Pokemon sets too. Okay, so just like before, I'm gonna move my bits, make sure that the moving parts that are supposed to move joint-wise work. Good news, they do, which is what we want. I'm looking at this and holding it the wrong way. So I want to, what now? Okay. So that. Okay, well, that works, cool. So I'm just, for my own, yeah, Mega Constructs, that's it. For my own sanity, I basically sometimes have to line up the perspective of what I'm seeing on the actual instructions so that I don't screw it up. But this is going to be involved. This is a knee joint, the more I look at it. So this right here, this is the knee. And it'll make more sense once I start piling parts on. So we're going to grab this G runner here where I put some gold paint earlier. And we're going to start cutting up what we need. So right off the bat, I need numero uno. Probably 2. Yep. And this is like anything you might end up taking apart, right? You want to make sure you place the parts and lay them out in a way that you're going to remember what is what. Because that is indeed very important. Okay, so before I go to the next step, that's all the pieces I need to cut out for this step. Make sure they're all cleaned up and don't have any weird flash or scars. So for the uninitiated, flash is when there are bits of material that manage to seep out of the mold and just hang out. Usually on plastic kits like this, you don't see any of that with Bandai kits. They're usually really high quality, so you don't have to worry about that. But you run into the odd time where such a thing does exactly exist. Okay, anybody tried playing with magnetic block toys? They're pretty funny but very dangerous for young children, but I still playing with them. I think I did once upon a time ago. Oh well, not a huge deal. I don't remember exactly the details. Okay. So we got that cleaned up. Now, why do they make this so weird? No, I want the side that I'm actually going to be able to. Okay, so this is supposed to go into Nira. Okay, so this goes into nya. This up into nya. Ah, good. And I put that on. Alright, and now we have an innermost joint for this knee. Boop. What? You outside, puppy? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to put my dog out since she's asking as nicely as dogs will ask. So let's put a pin in this. Everybody take a bio break if you need it. I will be back in a few. All right. And I am back. Ah. Sorry about that. Dog was making noise. She clearly needed out. I had to basically wrestle her to actually do that. But now we're back. Okay, so on to this knee. What do I need to do now? 21. You're gonna see here because I think we'll call it a stream once I finish this leg. But These legs are extremely involved. Thank you, Noctilon. Noctilon. There I go again. See? Keep wanting to call you, like, the totally, like, what I can only think of describing it as, like, angelic or cyberpunk way of wanting to pronounce it. Anyway. This bit more. I want to keep those on there because this is a hinging part. So yeah, that storm that hit me earlier, apparently it's turned into a tornado alert on its way to Montreal. How crazy is that? Now, where did this go? Oh, so this slides into here. Makes sense, I think. Oh, it will make sense. Okay, so this is going to become a gimmick later with the transformation sequence. Yeah, I'm going to want to see you pronounce my name like that. I told him that's not how you pronounce it. He said he hates me on Discord. That was Thorntail. Yeah, see, Thorntail and I think alike. That's all I can say. I won't say I hate you because that's just mean. And we'll both turn around and tell you it sounds cooler that way. But you don't have to take my word for it. Okay, so we've got this little bit in. This will make more sense soon. Now, okay, now we're getting to the fun bits. This is where this runner and this runner come into play. So, from F, I need this little outside piece. 16. There we go. Oh, and I didn't mark these ones with anything because they're a little bit small. A little bit difficult to manipulate on the runner. Okay. Then I needed 8, 11, 12. And we are going to see just how ridiculous this thing gets, and I love it for it. Because this ridiculous amount of parts turns into something way cooler. Like I said, Noctalon, the way we want to pronounce it is pseudo-Latin, kind of goes closer to biblical names, because it kind of does have a biblical feel to it in terms of how it's written. And I guess us old guys want to pronounce it in a way that makes sense in our heads. If that makes sense. Come on, why don't you want to go in? Miss something? No? Okay. Alright, I see a bit I need to clean up, but missed. Just going to carefully see if we can convince it to leave. Go. Alright, now we've got that off. Now, this is where it gets weird. Let's slide this into here. Okay. So now, the outside of the right thigh is on. What's understandable? The fact that we're old, or the fact that we want to go that way with how our brains work? I'm just bugging you. Okay, so now I need 15 from you. Here we go, 15. Both smarty pants. All right, let's get that. Now we need one. I need 11 first before I cut anything. Okay. Okay, that's it for those two bits for now. Just quick pass through. Okay. Should not be there. I can see it that way too, but I try to use the nickname Talon so I don't. I mean, that is wise. You will hear no argument from me there. This. Let's sit on it. Okay, so I'm supposed to just. Yeah, this will fit like this. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. So now that I've force fed that in there. Okay, so yeah, I've done that. Now I push it back down, which I have. And the next step is I place this into here. Now this is starting to look like a leg. Here we go. This will make more sense again in a moment as I add more stuff to it. So now I've got to add the actual outer thigh armor plating here. So that's 50. Okay. The other reason we're starting with the thigh is because the lower leg and connecting it to the foot, there's a lot going on. And we're going to see that in a little bit. Go, there's that cleaned off. Few more things I could have panel marked or panel lined, and I'm definitely going to now. Hopefully I remember to do them when I actually get to the other leg. Might be awkward if I don't. All right. So I've got that one, and then I've got to put on the other one too. This is not actually what I put on next. Fasten. 14. Okay. That's E1. I wonder that was wrong. Okay, F14 is over here. Derp. Now, this is something you don't normally do with higher end model kits like this. Is twisting it off the runner is not something you can always get away with. In fact, most of the time you can't, so I do not recommend doing it unless the gate is so terribly thin that it's not going to make a huge difference. Cleaning it up would be a piece of cake. Okay, so we've got that much on. Now, this is actually pretty straightforward with what we're dealing with here. Literally, there's a peg and a hole. This is starting to look like something now. I take the other side. Yeah, that's nice and clean. Okay. So, the way this is right now, we're in, like I said, unicorn mode. And look at that. Assuming it'll actually focus. Come on, focus there. Focus. There we go. There is actual color separation here. I don't know if the camera's capturing it very well. You've got a near gray on the lower half, and where it's actually white here up top. It's pretty interesting, to be honest. Let's see if I remember how this works. This way or this way? One of these wiggles. Yes, it's this way. What? Ah, right. This stays put. And through a silly little hinging gimmick, that's how it extends into into Gundam mode, basically. You get this cool revealed shiny clear blue inside. There we go. It's still kind of unstable for my liking, but they can only do so much. Okay, so we've got the upper part of that leg done. Now it's going to have me work on the actual knee and the lower leg. You don't want to know how I earned the nickname Talon once upon a time ago. That is not a story I'm sharing. Okay, so for this, okay, 8 and 9, okay, 11. 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so because it's been long enough now, these pieces that I had bothered to put some detail on earlier, they're pretty much dry enough to play with, so I'm not too concerned. So we're going to start with cleaning them up a bit, and then they go on. And we'll see about what kind of shenanigans happen next. Pretty sure it's a bunch of parts to actually cover the knees up. Come on. Don't be like that. There we go. So we're just going to keep on this more. There. All right. So now the fun part that is not so fun. What do I have to do again? Oh, yeah. I have the joy of lining this all up just the right way to make it play ball. Right. I always struggle with this part. This is probably the most tedious and annoying part of the entire setup when it comes to these knees. Figuring out just where everything goes. Puppy, I just put you in there. You have wet feet. You're not going anywhere for a minute. Like that? No. So what are they showing? What? Do I have this backwards? Looking at this backwards? I am. That would make sense. No, this is like for real. This particular knee takes the cake on how the joint works. Because there's extra moving parts to it. On a level that just makes things complicated. But if it's, oh, I love it. You're supposed to be in there, you. Okay. Did I goof up and that's supposed to be, yep, I did. Okay. Hang on. Yes, I'm supposed to have it together like this, but it's also supposed to be on this bit here. So, using my trusty prying tool. Oh, hello, you'll work. Come here. All right. So I'm just gonna doop and bloop. Come on. All right. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and unicorns always have some of the craziest design I've seen put in mobile suits, frankly. In the coolest way possible. So now, with this like this, when it bothers to do its whole expansion gimmick, this rotates out and pushes up. And that will make more sense as to why that's so important and cool later. Okay, so we've done that. Honestly, Starlight, like really, this knee is on a completely different level compared to many other kits I put together. Because again, this has extra moving parts for its transformation gimmick. Now it's going to be accentuated even more when I start putting the rocket thruster on the back. Yes, I said rocket thruster. So I need one of these. Which one is the rocket thruster on? G. Just had G. And that was 24. 43. 24. Okay. So, rocket nozzles, they usually need a little TLC after they get cut out, just because of how they do those things. So we're gonna, well, I completely hamstring myself with my working space. Okay, that's not too bad. So, little rocket nozzle healer goes right. Right there. Because this is totally out of the way. But it will not be out of the way later on. Now, I notice I got a couple of things I need to catch up on here. Alright. Go, we want this a little bit more. So you gotta trim some extra bits off of that too. Okay. Hey, you're not supposed to run off. There we go. This like this, it's not going to go anywhere until I start making more adjustments. But you can already see this is becoming very involved. And it's only going to get more involved as I start making more and more of the lower leg. Okay, so now, so the parts I could not figure out where they went are now coming into play. Because I could not honestly remember where these went. Hey, I cut you off of that, didn't you? There we go. Now this is where things are going to continue to get bonkers. Rotates, good. Cool. Alright, where's this all supposed to sit again? How's it supposed to sit? Yes, wiggle it, so the joints move. Joints all like me. Okay. Now we're getting into the actual meat and potatoes of the lower legs. We're cutting these out. So for that, we need 6. Go. All right, so now I've got those out. Now I have to line a whole bunch of other stuff up so that this works. So I have to remember which way these actually go on. Okay. Go. All right, that's cleaned up. Now, I gotta put all these little bits on in a way that makes sense. So how am I putting this on? Okay, so first things first. This goes on to... Ugh. How am I supposed to get that? Seriously. Oh yeah, this had some dumb thing where I had to... Where was it? Slotted in. Okay. Oh, no wonder. You got it on backwards. You gotta put it on this way. So that fits on like that. This. Is it really? Okay. I got like 3 or 4 holes to line up. Don't mind me. Ah, there we go. That was one. Motley, you can groan as much as you want. I will get you out of there when I am ready. Okay. Come on. There we go. All right. Now this is starting to look like a leg. Now that is supposed to... What the... Huh? I put that on the wrong... No, that was on there. What happened to it? Rocket nozzle decided to come off on its own. There. Now you can't get off. You are on there good. This is supposed to... There we go. Okay, so how this is supposed to work is this, in theory... Oh, fine, I don't want to risk it right now. The short version is me pushing this lever down should shoot this up. We'll see that actually working in progress hopefully soon. Might be a little bit yet because I got to put more stuff together. Okay, so push over that. Wait, what am I doing? A is one of these clear guys. 14 and 10. Okay, so this is the ankles I'm cutting out now. Most kits do not have an ankle setup this involved. But again, because it's a unicorn, it's very different. Back here. He's just slapping like so. This. Just go to that. The idea is supposed to be because that shoots out, will shoot out. It's not there yet. These control the thrust vectors a bit better. If you know, were a real machine that actually did that stuff. We're not there yet. We're getting there. That'll mount like that. Okay, now. H-run. Here we go. So I need 4 of these. This is where it's going to get wacky. Because these little parts here essentially are what hold the lower legs to be either in their transformed state or just normal. Come on. The manual even says make sure they're cleanly cut because you're going to have trouble if you don't. Yep, I am not actually impressed with this batch of art knives I got. I have to do something about that later. Mainly burn through them first because I got a whole bunch of them. Also making doubly sure these look presentable because these pieces actually are very much visible on the outside. So wanting to clean up icky bits that will stand out now before it's too late. Since I got them right here too. All right. What else have I had to do with these? Okay, so what else do I need? I need G25s, 2 of them. Go. One and 2. My dog telling me let me out. She can come out in a bit after we're done. These literally just slide on, snap into one very particular spot. Go right. There we go. That's one. Welcome back, Aiden. Come on, slide in. There we go. Okay, so we're getting there. Okay, so now I get to start adding some more armor plating to this. I need F for that, or do I need E? Okay. So many beans. I don't know what you're talking about there this time. So I need 32. Needed 33. Oh, and it's undergated. How convenient. I need to undergate everything. It'd be way better. All right. Got this particular piece out. Gonna need this runner in a second. Undergating is wonderful. Like I was saying, it hides the blemishes that will be incurred from just performing this. Let's just put this in here. Just wood. Come on. Huh. I plugged this in the wrong way? I don't think I did. Or did I cut the wrong one out? No, I did not. So why does it not like me? This is supposed to be able to sit like this. I'm cheating now. Okay. That's better. It didn't like how I was trying to do it, so I just pulled this wool over its eyes. Okay. So that plate's on. Now we're going to put on the rest of the lower leg plates here. So we need 11 and 12. Okay. Go 1, 2, tap the space bar. Anything weird happen? No, that's good. Okay. Yeah, that's supposed to be there. Okay. Okay. All right, and now this just goes on like that. It's one side. Here's the funny part. We're most of the way done. Say about 75% done putting this leg together. There's that much to it. Nope. Alright, so let's get this side on. There we go. It's starting to look like a proper leg now, though. Soon it will sit on here. Okay, so. Done that. Oh, go figure. Now I'm actually making the ankle. So, G50. $48. Come on out gently. All right. And then what else do I need? Four, okay. To think I've got to go through all of this at least once more just to make another leg. That ain't gonna happen right this second. Okay, so before I continue, let's put what I have together so that this at least remotely looks like something functional. Go. It's gonna find out here. All right. All right, and this should just slide into there. Come on. Don't be awkward. Get in there. All right. Okay. It's gonna actually look like something presentable soon. Now, needed. Right, that goes on there. Right. Yeah, what else? Sorry, Mike. My microphone, my head's right behind. Okay, so that takes care of that. And then I needed... these. All these little joints just to make things interesting and complicated. But there's a point to it, I'm sure. In fact, I know there is. Okay, so number 6. Oh, hey, look at that. All right, what's this? Okay, this will make much more sense very soon. This goes in a very particular way. Go. There are also little details on this particular piece of armor that I did not get on the runner. I was going to get those right now. And this one just pops. This goes this way, right? And then that here. All because we're just doing this in unicorn mode for now. Goes on top of that. Okay. Now I need to put side skirts on the ankle. Those were all. Blind? Yeah, I was blind. Okay, so 12 and 14. These two. Almost there. Once I've done this, I can technically put it together. I just need to finish doing up the kneecaps afterwards. There's a mechanism for them. Well, you'll see. Again, if you guys have any questions, by all means, I'm all ears. Or I guess eyes in this case. Haha. Okay. So this. So, yep. Okay. Okay. Like I was saying, very involved kit. Hey, you guys gonna play nice? Is this gonna work? go. All right. So now with this like this, what I can do. Actually, before I do that, I can, but I'm going to add the little details that should go on first. So for those, I need C, D, F. Here we go. So 12. Goes on the side. It would be bright if that were actually a 12. Well, yeah, Aiden, this isn't a high grade. This is a real grade. So, the way to think about real grades is they're the high grade scale, but they're like master grade level engineering squished down into the high grade scale at 1/144th, complete with all the master grade details. And I really gotta stop bopping the mic with my head. But yeah, that would be wise. This ain't your average high grade, because it's not even a high grade. It's not. Can that go on this side? Come on, ball joint. Accept it. That's how you want to sit and sit there like that. Jeez, stop making my life difficult. Yes, I'm talking to the inanimate object. Oh, I cut out the same part. Derp. No wonder I was having so much trouble. Hey, that might work better. Yeah, as I'd mentioned before, these are not high grades. This is about as to a high grade as a Re 100 is to a master grade. Same scale, different animal. Much different animal. Good. Ooh, too far. Okay, I get that sitting just nice. Okay. Now, as for that, Oh hey, look at all that detail I put on these pieces. Suddenly it's gonna come in handy now. Okay, and getting there. Promise, we're almost where I said I'd end this. We're getting there. We'll be done, or at least this leg will be done soon. There we go. All right. What about you? Clean as a whistle. Excellent. Okay, so you sit here. Come on, slide in. Come on. There we go. That was a pain in the butt. Later, Talon. Thanks for stopping by. Do appreciate your patronage. Almost there. It's starting to look like an honest to goodness leg now. Okay, now I have another dumb extra couple of bits to put in for the actual kneecap, and then it's done. So we needed... yeah. I needed F. I have to find the F one. E13. 15. Okay. Then I need F is staring me in the face. Derp. Okay. This is 17, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Undergate bits. Okay. This has some details I was not able to put on earlier. Take a moment to apply them now. Okay. That I need to trim before I do anything with. There's some gaudy extra bits here that did not come off. How many runners does this have total? You know, I'd have to count actually. It's safe to say the number is at least 20. Now, 20 runners, but not all of them are, you know, big like this gray one here in front of me. Some of them are a lot smaller, like little ones like this, or even smaller still. And once you start getting all the major, like, limbs and the actual, like, central stuff done, most of that just eats up the parts on the runners, so they start disappearing very quickly once you get to the last few parts. But getting there is another thing altogether. Now, if I recall, the way this mounts, that goes into here does not. Just like that. This is in as such. Man, this is gonna be ridiculous when I need to do this. I have trouble actually putting this thing into freaking Gundam mode later. Well, we'll see what that looks like in that point. Alright, so let me just slide this into... Click, click. Still missing something. Almost there. This is actually starting to look like a leg now. A proper leg, I might add. Alright. Oh, no, don't. There we go. Okay, so I need to grab... Where was it? Is it this one? Evil. So I missed that. Yes, there's... This is also a very, like I said, very rare, very, very, very parts-intensive kit. Even among most of its contemporaries, because there's just that much going on in this thing. Like, I don't know of any other real grade kits that have this many parts. This is supposed to just... Right? Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, I just basically have to make the ball joint, but I mean... Look at that. That is all one leg. And we spent how long putting this thing together? But wait, there's more. That's where this silly gimmick comes in. This goes like this. Now there we go. Okay, that's supposed to... Ah! No! Not supposed to fall apart on me. You know how you're supposed to work. Damn it. Hang on while I rejig this. There we go. Oh, now you want to work right. Okay. Go. At least I seem to recall it like that. Go. Okay. Come on. Not back in. You're a thing after all. Alright. So this then goes like that. Hey, no. Cooperate, damn it. We've come too far now. This. Hang on. I want to show off how this leg looks transformed, but it's deciding to have an argument with me. Which honestly is typical for a unicorn Gundam. Okay, that seems about close to right. Like it's this whole involved thing. Ah! Silly. Versus that popped out. This'll make sense in a moment, I promise. Ah, the other one went. What the heck? What are you doing popping out? There we go. That's better. That's supposed to be like that. Bear with me, because I gotta slide a bit back in. That should not have popped out to begin with. Come on. There we go. Hey, no. Ah! Fit. Good. There. Alright. Enough of this nonsense. You play by my rules. Ah! Yes, it plays by its own rules. There we go. This is what it looks like when it's supposed to be transformed. Much bigger than what it was. That took me 5 minutes just to fix this leg up properly. It shouldn't. But here we are. Yeah. These kits tend to explode, but just from handling. But there's a lot of articulation just for this thing to go like this. And this is its cool final form look. Oh, White Glint probably was its inspiration, honestly, because Armored Core 4 was out before they even started writing Unicorn, if I recall. But yeah, this thing is just... This is a leg. This is leg day. And I'm probably going to call next stream Leg Day the 2nd, just because. But because of how involved this is, we've been at this for Where's my telemetry on this? We've been at this for a while anyway. It's been like, holy crap, almost 3 hours just for a leg. And some panel lining. Leg day 2 electric boogaloo. I might use that. But, yeah. So, that was a Unicorn Gundam leg in blue. We'll probably get to making another one sometime, well, next stream. Or I might just do leg day 2 electric boogaloo on my own time. Then we'll work on other parts of this Gundam when I actually get back to streaming it some more. But, because we're getting into the nice wind down of this particular track too, why don't we do some Hocus Pocus and thank you again everybody for coming by. Made this stream much more entertaining for both you and me. But I think we're going to call it here. Come on, where's something nice to play? Yeah, I'll put that on. There we go. So, again, thank you everybody for coming out. I don't have anywhere I can send you right now, but I do appreciate you stopping by and seeing me slowly, painfully put together that ridiculous leg and then transform it in front of you while I lose half the parts in the process. I will catch you all in other forms, in other mediums, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good evening.